Hello and welcome to Rate Sports. Make sure y'all like, subscribe for more NBA content. Alright, today we're going to be getting into how Chris Paul might end up on the Los Angeles Lakers. Turns out Chris Paul is open to the trade. He is open to rejoining an LA team and going back to Los Angeles. The Lakers will have the possibility of getting him all because of what Anthony Davis did. And what Anthony Davis did was he opted out of his contract. When he opted out of his contract, what that means is the Lakers already have his bird rights. So the Lakers are able to go over the luxury tax if they need to. So with us already only having about 7 players on the roster, this means with LeBron being the highest paid at 38, 39 million, this means we have so much open cap space where we could go and get another star high caliber player and afford them, because all we would have to do then is get that player and then re-sign Anthony Davis to his max contract and go over the luxury tax. This will all have to be done with Jeannie Buss's approval. Obviously, she's the owner, but she will be the one that will have to pay this fine or pay the fee. She has to pay this herself. This will be on her if we do decide to go the route of getting another star player. And CP3 especially, because he's already getting paid, I think it's around 35, 36 million for the next 2 seasons. He obviously signed that big contract with the Rockets, and then they disposed him to the Thunder for a Westbrook trade. But CP3 proved last season that he is not a problem. He can still play at a high caliber pace, a high caliber player. He deserves to be getting paid. Obviously not that much, but he is earning his pay with that Thunder's team, carrying them to the playoffs and putting up a 7-game series fight against a team that traded him for Westbrook. Now, the Lakers roster would probably consist of the starting lineup at least. It'd be Chris Paul at the point guard. You'll have Caldwell Pope. I'm pretty sure they would bring him back at the 2. You would have a LeBron at the 3. You would have Davis at the 4. And I'm pretty sure they're going to bring back Dwight Howard at the 5. But if they don't bring back Dwight Howard, it would be JaVale McGee. Now, I think in the trade to get Chris Paul, I think it would have to be Danny Green and Kyle Kuzma. Danny Green will allow the Lakers to free up a little bit of cap space, around $15 million. Kuzma is still getting paid the rookie contract, so he's not taking up much money. But that would be the incentive of getting that would be the thing that they would have to do to get a player like Chris Paul on the team. However, I wouldn't jump the gun completely on us just initially offering Kuzma if we were to go that route of trying to get Chris Paul, because we are taking on a big contract. So usually when you take on a big contract, usually you're helping out the other team. So I don't think we would have to give that much to help out that Thunder team. At the same time, we would either have to give up picks. We have to give up something of value other than Danny Green to the Thunder in a trade for Chris Paul. Realistically, I think it will be Danny Green, Kuzma, and maybe some little other players or some other picks, but not high value picks, not high value players. Those 2 would be the key pieces in the Chris Paul trade if it does go through. I think him and LeBron playing together will be very similar to Rondo and LeBron playing together, where LeBron could play off the ball a little bit more when he's playing, but to a higher caliber. Chris Paul is someone who is one of the best mid-range shooters in the game. Chris Paul is a knockdown three-point shooter. He's a great facilitator, one of the best still in the game, one of the best playmakers still in the game. I think a team of him and LeBron would elevate to a standard that we just haven't seen LeBron elevate to, because he will be able to play off the ball at a tremendous level with a playmaker like Chris Paul on the team. Rondo limited that to a degree with LeBron because they would sag off of Rondo a lot of the time. You can't sag off of Chris Paul. He can kill you in the 3, the mid-range. He can take you in the paint. He can drive. He can run the pick and roll. Phenomenal. I think him and Davis will thrive. I think Davis will thrive with being able to pick and roll, pick and pop with Chris Paul, because you have to guard Chris Paul's shot. So he's not like a Rondo where you could play under the screen and then run out to Davis if he decides to pop, or just play off the screen and just play the paint. You have to respect that 3-point shot. You have to respect the mid-range. You have to respect he might be open and he might still pass it. He might be contested. He might still shoot it, and it might still go in. It might still be the best pass. So with someone of Chris Paul's caliber, with his degree, I think you put him on this Lakers team, I think he will do very well. I think this will be the thing that makes them go back to back. I think they will even out the roster similar to how they did before. with the bench wise, where you have the Morrises, the whoever you want to think, the Carusos, I think that would be their key bench still, the key bench players. I think you'll still have the two traditional big men, just in case, the Howard and McGee type of players. Um, then you have the little two-way players that whoever we're able to pick up in free agency for low, for cheap. We have the veterans that want to come and try and get a ring, the Jared Dudley type of players, locker room guys. I think Chris Paul will also be able to get a lot of rest. They will be able to manage his body for playoffs very well, having two other superstars on that team. I think if they do this trade, I think it would be a great move for the Lakers, not only because of what you're getting out of CP3, but what he will give to the team in general. This allows LeBron to get full rest on the bench now, not the little half rest where it's like, okay, he's on the floor, but sometimes they're coming back. He'll be able to go on the floor. He'll be able to get off of the floor. And you still have an all NBA type of player, caliber player on the court running pick and rolls with the best big man in the game, Anthony Davis. I think that's a scary sight for the league. I don't think they will want to see it happen because LeBron will go back to back. The Lakers will go back to back. And I'm going to leave it there. I think this will be a great move. Let's see if the Lakers go through with it. Let's see if the Thunder even want to do it. Like I said, the Lakers will probably have to give up Kuzma or some picks. I'm going to leave it on that. Make sure you like, subscribe for more NBA content, and have a good day.